Minecraft is nearly 10 years old, and it's been through some of the most profound changes that I've ever seen in a game. Some time ago, it used to look like this in what we call alpha, with very bare bones content. It was then swiftly developed into beta, where the game actually picked up majorly in popularity, and eventually it was developed into the version that we have today with all of its buttons and whistles and updated textures. To really show how the game has changed, I thought it would be a fun exercise to build the exact same house in each era of Minecraft, showing the limitations and how the game has improved over time. Let's drop straight into alpha. And that is the sound of nostalgia right there. The old alpha damage. Now we are in version 1.2.6. I already see creepers, and the lighting is bad, and I've just realized, wait, I don't even have a skin, and I've just realized there's no creative mode in this version. I'm going to have to grind. Wait. I'm going to have to grind my entire house up. No, okay. No. Yeah, I think the AI is also a little bit stupid by the looks of things. He doesn't seem to be doing much, does he? Nope. I guess I've got to start this off the old-fashioned way, and I've got to grind out everything I'm going to need. So I'll be back in an hour with a bunch of stuff, and we can get cracking on the house. So there's a few things that I want to note. For some reason, none of the leaves decay when you get rid of trees, so that's super annoying. You can see there's just a floating forest. And there's no other kinds of trees yet, so oak wood it's gonna have to be, but in the later version, I think I'm gonna change this out. Also, the generation is really strange with these random bits of sand and then it goes into gravel. And it's just very basic. Let's start by lighting this place up because alpha is very unforgiving when it comes to mob spawning. There. This seems like a good enough place to me. Let's flatten this out and make something. Now, the first thing that I want to point out is that I've got a very limited selection of blocks. So the first house that we're going to be making in alpha is going to look incredibly simple and quite bad. So we're going to start off with the 4-pillar technique. So we're just going to make a square with some oak log pillars, and we'll start with that. Now I need to remember the exact size of this so that I can replicate this in later versions. What is it with the mobs in this version? How do I make slabs? I can make staircases, but they're like backwards. Oh, of course, and they turn into a block. Alpha's weird, man. I don't think I can make oak wood slabs. Because this is a pressure plate. Look. That's how you used to make pressure plates. Now, without any wooden slabs, there's really not that much I can do. However, there's a little weird thing that is in this version of Minecraft that I thought I'd show you. Now, this looks like a stone floor, but it's actually all made of furnaces. Which is so weird. For some reason, the top of the furnace just has a random stone texture in this version, so I thought I'd use that for the floor just for fun. Right, let's try and decorate this hideous wooden box the best we can using what little available blocks we have. We actually have way less than I thought. I'm starting to realize why everyone's first house that they ever made really didn't look that great. And I can't even place fences on top of each other. I have to, I've got to place a block down, place the fence, remove it, and then I can place it. And it doesn't even connect up. I'm gonna do my best to try and create some kind of roof for this, but I'm not sure how far I'm gonna get with no slabs. I think so far so good, to be honest with you. It's not the best looking house, but it's certainly better than what I made when I first played this game. Oh, no. Oh! No! Oh, my. Whoo! That was terrifying. Why don't spiders jump like that anymore? That was terrifying. Oh, thank goodness. Seriously, I've got 2 hearts, and finding food in this version is so difficult. I also want to point out that it's taking me over an hour to make this, and look at the size of it. This, in any normal Minecraft, or, you know, up-to-date Minecraft, this would take me 10 minutes max. These trees are really in the way of me building my roof. There's got to be a quicker way of getting rid of all this. Hang on. There totally is. Using the good old flint and steel. Now, hopefully that will actually get rid of it. Yeah. Oh. Oh. Maybe that worked a little too well. It should be far enough away. Hopefully. It's not all going to catch on fire. Yeah, no, it'll be fine. It's protected by some cobblestone. It's like a fireball. So I've just got to put the final touches on this roof, and I think it will be pretty much complete. I am, however, going to add a chimney. I think I've made a mistake here. It's not stopping. No! I was just about finished. And as the sun comes up, I think I can call this house kind of maybe finished. I'm not sure what else I can add. I've really done my best with my up-to-date knowledge on these crazy limitations. This really does look like an alpha house. So all in all, I think that it definitely screams alpha version. But you know, that's better than I thought it would look. That old school cobblestone texture, the awful shading on the lighting, the zero vegetation around, like there's just no grass, there's one kind of tree. It's very, very old school. Now that's how I would make this house if it was in alpha. But I think we should move over onto beta and see how we can improve and how this would look different in that scenario. Now remember, because of my limited choice, I've had to use things like cobblestone. In beta, I don't have to do that. Okay then, let's move on to the end of the beta era. And now moving on to Minecraft beta, where you can see that it has changed quite substantially in the way that the worlds generate. What I wasn't expecting when I went back to beta is that not a lot of difference in the amount of blocks. Now, I'm in creative mode and I can't actually change out, but this is the creative menu. It's just a list and it's not particularly long. Look at some of these. Look at the raw chicken. Some of these sprites are quite terrible. However, I did say that I would build the same house. At least in this version, the leaves actually decay. So I've cleared out a space and I'm going to try and improve as best as I can the house that I made in alpha. At least in creative mode, this is going to take not nearly as long. But this is the exact same layout, it's got exact same footprint, so we should end up with a very similar looking house, but the textures have been updated ever so slightly, and there's a few more blocks that will allow me to detail it a little bit different, but I don't predict, surprisingly, that there's going to be much difference at all. At least in this version, the top of the furnace is actually quite normal. I still can't place staircases upside down. However, I do now have access to glass panes, which means the inside is a lot more clean. In beta, I actually have access to stone bricks, so I'm able to give this a more fitting trim around the edge to make this roof seem a bit more friendly. So after investigating the list a little bit further, I found that trapdoors were added some point in beta. Now I can definitely use this to my advantage because trapdoors are one of those things that make excellent ways to detail a base.